Sandro Tonali is someone who has been linked with a move to Manchester United. We'll go through all the news, have a conversation about him, linking him with the move to Manchester United. So let's get into it. We know Manchester United need a replacement. This is just going to be focused on talking about Sandro Tonali. Now let's talk about his age, his quality. So he's 25. Obviously plays for Newcastle in the Premier League. This is his third season at the club. And he's had a great kind of time there. He's a very important player. He starts most of their games. Yes, he does have a few years left on his deal, but he's someone who reportedly in the January transfer window was going to leave. I wanted to go to Arsenal. I don't know if that was agent driven, but he was linked heavily to Arsenal. And in the last few weeks, he has been linked with a move to Manchester United. Now, listen, he's a player who definitely is on the profile. I think he's one of those Class A midfielders, top level experienced midfielders that can fit this Manchester United team. I think he definitely is a decent Casemiro replacement. As I said, got a great strike on him, but his ball carrying fantastic, ability is amazing, and someone who can just pick up the ball from the defenders and carry it. I think one thing that is also good from him is his off the ball work. He's someone who does a ridiculous amount of running. And I think he's someone who, for me, is definitely an option. He's not my first choice, but again, as a Premier League midfielder, apparently, though, if he is going to leave Newcastle, it's likely to be go back to AC Milan. But as I said, you look at sort of his passes, not 85.3% successful pass accuracy, 53 long balls, with an accuracy of 53%, 18 chance created. Like, I think that Newcastle midfield has a very, very good compatibility, and that's ultimately what it's about. I think him, Ramirez, and Joe Linton, obviously I know they're injured at the moment, but they have a very good relationship and they are a very difficult midfield to break down. What I would say about Tonali is, would he work with Kobbie Mainoo? I think he would. I think most players would thrive working and playing alongside Kobbie Mainoo. He just has that quality on the ball, off the ball, work rate. It's fantastic, and I think every player would thrive. Now, probably negative would probably say, is he too similar to Kobbie Mainoo in the fact that he's a very good ball carrier. He does operate sometimes more as the number 8, but there's no doubt his quality on the ball and his Premier League experience, which is absolutely vital. And as I said, you look at what United need. We need someone, number 6, CDM by trade, who can just sit in front of the back line, make passes out wide, do all the dirty work, and let the likes of Mainoo, Bruno, and the attackers do their job. I think one thing that's absolutely essential to look at is sort of the qualities that he have now. As I said, he's someone who it's just got ridiculous engine in the midfield. I think if you look at Casemiro, obviously he is towards the end of his career, but Tonali is definitely an option to look at. And I think considering what United need in that midfield, Tonali does have everything. He's got energy, he's got passing, he's got quality, he can score a goal. Physically fantastic, got a great, can score set pieces as well. And as I said, he's had multiple experiences playing with Newcastle. He's won a trophy with them. He's played in the Champions League multiple times. I think that's something that's important. As I said, my first choice is Anderson, but Tonali is definitely someone to look out for, and he has been linked with a move. As I said, I really do like him. I love the links. Is it going to happen? Probably not, just based on the fact that Newcastle are probably going to demand a ridiculous fee, whether that be 70, 80 million. Which again, we know United are going to spend, but I'd rather go and get Anderson, Wharton or Baleba in my opinion. I think he is definitely an option. I think he looks fantastic. He's a key player for Newcastle, which is vital. And yeah, I think he's definitely someone who Manchester United would love to have at the football club. But yeah, listen, let me know your thoughts on Tonali. As I said, the positives are certainly there. It's an interesting conversation to have. I think United obviously in need of top level midfielders this season. And yeah, I think you can see the fact that he's been linked with many moves away. Does that mean he's unhappy at Newcastle? Potentially, but apparently he has his sight set on Manchester United, and he's going to be making that move. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on Tonali. As I said, there definitely are positives there. I think he would be a very good Casemiro replacement. I think he has a lot of qualities that we need in a midfielder. He would suit the Manchester United team. I think he'd work well with Kobbie Mainoo in that midfield. And yeah, I think watching him for Newcastle, he's been fantastic. And obviously, if Newcastle don't get Champions League football, they will struggle to keep him. So it's all dependent on that situation. He's one of those players that should be playing Champions League football. So yeah, it depends on a variety of factors. But my personal opinion is, if he was to leave Newcastle, I don't think he'd join United. I just think he would go to an AC Milan. He's someone who's rated by the fans, and I don't know if he would actually do that to them. But let me know your thoughts on Tonali. Would you want him to make the move? I think he would be a very viable Casemiro replacement. Again, the price would be a massive concern, but there has been numerous links linking him away with a move from Newcastle. Clubs like Arsenal, AC Milan, Manchester United all being interested. So we will have to wait and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, what would you get Tonali? Would you not get Tonali? Let me know your opinions in the comment section below.